NHS Foundation Trust. Now, for the past 6 months, Chris Daines has been keeping an audio diary for you and yours. He has manic depression, suffering not just from the extreme highs and crushing lows the condition brings, but also the cruelty of other people that it can attract. He believes improving people's understanding is key and hopes the diary will help. In the latest from Chris, he turns the microphone towards his wife, Ruth, and asks her what it's like to live with someone who has bipolar disorder. It's a very frank exchange, as you'll hear.
I've been awake for about 32 hours now.
Yes, I think that's about right.
It's very bad of me.
It is very bad of you. It's very bad of
And
you
I
because
haven't
you won't
eaten.
take your sleeping pills. What's it like? It's incredibly unpredictable. I never know from one day, 1 hour to the next what mood you may be in. And it can turn fairly quickly from hilarity to great depths of despair. And that's very emotionally challenging for me, as I'm sure it is for you. It makes me feel very helpless, makes me feel inadequate, makes me scared, brings out all of my nurturing nature. But I generally end up feeling that there's very little I can do except for try and keep you safe.
You're very good at this, aren't you?
No.
You're very eloquent. I mean, you just go and then blah. I can't do that. I mean, I just feel a completely incoherent buffoon.
Well, yes. That's why we work well together.
Yes.
We're
a team.
Well, we are a team. We have to be. Otherwise, this situation would not work.
No, it wouldn't at all. But it does seem to me that you get it more than I do, really. You know, that you are picking up the pieces constantly.
Yes, I do pick up the pieces, but I don't actually have to suffer the disease myself. You have to bear that alone because only you know how you feel. I can perform practical tasks that make, your life a little bit easier because I can take responsibilities from your shoulders. And yes, that makes me very tired, and yes, sometimes that makes me depressed. If we coincide that we're depressed at the same time, things can get pretty tricky. The dust bunnies pile up,
God.
The washing falls all over the place.
You see, the thing is, really, I deserve to have bipolar disorder because I'm bad, but I don't see why you should be drawn into it.
Well, I did make that choice. I don't think, actually, I was told the entire story at the beginning. I've kind of worked it out as we've gone along.
You mean you were deceived?
No, I wasn't deceived. I don't think you can possibly know what it's like to live with someone with bipolar disorder unless you actually live with them. And yes, sometimes it does make you want to run screaming to the hills. You have to be a very flexible person, and you have to think on your feet a lot.
Like an emotional athlete.
Well, yes, absolutely. It does annoy a lot of people if you make plans and then, for whatever reason, if your mood alters, you become manic or you become very depressed, that you can't make social events, or, you go and if you're manic, you may offend someone or cause a row.
Never.
Or it can be very, very difficult, and it makes me very nervous.
I am the little bunny of joy and happiness, bouncing around, bringing love to all he encounters.
This is a very bad idea. I knew it was a bad idea.
Why?
Trying to do an interview when you are completely manic.
Why?
I mean, I think we also ought to do this when you're feeling more level.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They don't want to see me all serious all the time. What's the point of doing something about bipolar disorder when I don't see both sides? I mean, Christ, they've had enough about me being depressed and bollocking on about that all the time. If you wanted to change something about our circumstances, what would it be?
I would like to have some free time to recharge my own batteries, because I think I've then got more positive energy to spend taking care of you. And that's not to say that I don't care about you or any of those things, but I would like some time for myself. it's there every moment of every day.
Yeah.
You know, you can't switch it off. I mean, I am a 24-hour carer,
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah.
I don't begrudge it, but any carer will know this. I mean, you feel guilty that you need time for yourself, you know, and actually it's not unreasonable to take care of your own needs as well as the person's who's ill.
Ruth Dane speaking to her husband Chris, and we'll have more from his audio diaries in the coming weeks. I knew as soon as I